Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new or just clicked on this video, thank you so much. My name is Alexis and this is the Goddess of Daydreams Tarot. Today I am going to be doing a different kind of reading covering this issue of the epidemic of loneliness. Now, I'm mentioning the epidemic of loneliness because sometime this week I was kind of viewing the news on the internet, and it was a couple of videos talking about how there is this growing concern about people feeling lonely. And I thought this was I wasn't really shocked when this was mentioned, but I was interested because it seems like this energy or this issue has gotten so big, and I'm not going to say out of control, but I guess out of proportion, that the news has to talk about how lately people are feeling lonely. And when I was kind of listening, it reminded me of when I was going through my spiritual awakening through the pandemic, and kind of realizing that all these energies that I have kept within me and kind of shied away from, that when I decided to start expressing myself and be more authentic, I realized that I was kind of alienating myself from certain friends and family. So ultimately, I definitely had to cut ties with a lot of people. No harm done, no hard feelings, but this was something that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us had to deal with, that it's either I continue living this life where I'm not being my true self, or I continue living a life that I'm used to kind of conditioning myself into living in. So, excuse me while I take a sip of water. And guys, bear with me. If I sound out of breath, don't mind. I'm taking care of that. Anyway, I don't want to explain my situation for too long. So, while through my spiritual awakening, I came across this oracle set, the Kali Oracle cards. And through there, I had gotten this card out where it definitely gave me a lot of insight and understanding to why I had made certain decisions and why I have decided to sort of distance myself from certain people and certain things. Now, of course, everyone's reason is going to be different. But when I heard this news, I just kept thinking about this card and the message that it had came across. And I figured that this would be a message that a lot of people who have been feeling this energy of loneliness should be aware of, and how they can understand it and overcome it. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you really love yourself and you love the person that you are, then you're never going to be feel lonely. Yes, you are alone, but never lonely, because you enjoy your own company. And that's what a lot of people should be able to feel. Now, I believe that during the pandemic, when we all had to isolate and become by ourselves, unfortunately, a lot of people were probably realizing or didn't want to face certain things or behaviors or actions about themselves, causing even more alienation, or trying to force a life that is not really aligning with the life with the reality that is going on. So hopefully this card and some tarot can give you some understanding about those who kind of chose to kind of go in the distant, path. And for those to understand that the path that you are on, that if you are feeling alone, do not worry. You are never alone, and the universe is there to guide you and to give you understanding and bring you back into your power, into your authenticity. So, when I got this deck, this was actually one of the first cards that I got that came out for me, and I really hope that it helps a lot of you guys. So, we have Matangi, and she definitely gave me a lot of insight and information about the energies that are kind of going around and what to do and how to understand them. So I'm going to read a passage, hopefully not too long, but I really would love for you guys to listen to this passage because it definitely gave me a lot of insight and relief about why I have chosen this, I guess, lonely path, and for so many others. She is the tantric queen of Outcast, unveiling hidden inner powers to thrive outside conventional society. She holds the secret teachings of the power of the voice, of the healing power of art and music. She is the divine feminine medicine for the lost, the alienated, those who have been cast aside. If you have been denied love and respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or been labeled as unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and repair. She is the ignition of a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. The ninth of the wisdom goddesses, Mahavira Matangi, is a wild goddess, sparkling green in color, with a green parrot as her symbol. She dwells outside the confines of polite society. She eats stale food, a symbol of her power in the realm that has been discarded or rejected, and her ability to source power from that which others cannot recognize as having value. Matangi sees worth where others are not capable of noticing it, let alone honoring it. She is for those souls going through the experience of being disrespected, discarded, not really seen, and not loved and valued for their true being. She is also for those who think and seek to live outside social, political, economic, or religious systems and can thrive best by doing so. Her association with pollution and unclean food represents her power to overcome impurity and toxic energies. These include these include poisons on all levels, from the many physical toxins in our modern world to actions that appear holy on the surface but are rotten to the core, to the emotional and psychological poisons that steal away our peace and freedom. From those who recognize the spiritually dysfunctional lifestyles that typify mainstream mentality, you may feel uncertain or vulnerable as how to cultivate well-being and protect the planet for future generations. She provides strength, courage, and ingenuity. Matangi opens the sacred pathway that bypasses fear and moving with the crowd, releasing constrictions to the soul and allowing for authenticity and a deep inner aliveness to emerge. You'll know when this is happening because you will feel increasingly like yourself, responsible and free to create your path in life, while recognizing how trapped and dead-ended so many are around you. You will feel grateful that you don't fit in and determined to manifest something constructive with the gift of freedom and spiritual power that you've been able to access. Matangi is the liberator, and her appearance in a reading implies you cannot find fulfillment in the dreams another has dreamt for you, nor in the values of that mainstream society holds. You have a path and a purpose that needs to break with social conditioning, and sometimes that will mean experiencing what it is to be an outsider. However, you are never alone, and really, you belong to a soul tribe of unique beings with Matangi and our spiritual queen. There is nothing wrong with being different. You can find a way to belong that does not compromise your essential self, but rather frees and empowers you to belong to yourself fully. As the tantric emanation of Saraswati, Matangi opens up to the esoteric power of speech. And I'm going to stop right there. So, when I was busy studying this card, a lot of, and then also dealing with my own issues and also seeing the issues kind of going around in society. Definitely one of the main reasons I would say that has contributed into this epidemic of loneliness is social construct and social conditioning. We have been told that we have to live life in a certain way and do things in order to be respected, to be loved, and to be honored. For a lot of us, including myself, it is to get a degree. But at this point, it's like, what degree is going to be more worthy of me respecting you? For some, I, like for some that have decided to go to art school, like myself, that degree is kind of seen as useless. Same thing with liberal arts or anything that has to generate with sort of, I guess, outside the norms of physically doing. While those who have a law degree or that have like a science degree or a doctor's degree, they are viewed as highly favorable people, people that you should be honoring and respecting and giving all their attention to. Excuse me. Another conditioning is how we are told by certain ages we need to finish school, we need to start a family, we need to have a job, we need to have a home, we need to have certain things in order to fit and blend in and go with society. But as we are trying to achieve these things, we are losing a lot of authentic parts of ourselves. And then once we get the house, once we get married, once we have the children, once we have the high paying job, we have all these things. But at the end of the day, are you happy with where you are right now? Are you happy with the progress that you have made in life? Or was it the progress that society has pushed onto you in life? So when the pandemic happened, as horrible as it was, I did see it as an opportunity to liberate myself. I was definitely one of those people lost in making sure that I maintain having a job, I'm paying my bills, I keep up with the social norms. But slowly I was chipping away my inner child, my inner power, my inner authenticity. I did not know who I was becoming anymore. But once I was left alone and I was distant from many people, I realized who I was again. I realized what I was capable of and more. This is why I also decided to do tarot, because I actually realized that this energy that I have been ignoring and keeping down is a part of me. And I no longer want to keep that part of me submissive and submerged anymore. And I feel that this is the same thing that's happening in society right now, and why we are dealing with this epidemic of loneliness, because we are busy trying to refine ourselves, reestablish ourselves and who we are and what we want to be. Some of us don't want to be housewives. Some of us don't want to be breadwinners, and that is definitely okay. We need to start learning how to. We need to start learning to respect others' wishes and what they do. We also need to stop devaluing people because of certain things that they do. Definitely, like so I'm in America, so like the politicians, they will look down at like baristas and people who flip burgers, like, they're just doing, they're just doing a teenage job. They could be getting something better. First of all, who doesn't like burgers? I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 people like to enjoy a burger, or like to, excuse me, or like to enjoy their cup of coffee or their iced coffee. So those people do have value because they're giving you something that you enjoy, and they are to be respected. And there are some people who enjoy being a barista, who enjoy flipping burgers. There are people who enjoy doing what they do. But because society has taught us to look down at people because of their positions in life, not only they get alienated, but ourselves become alienated because we are busy deciphering and figure out who has more value than others when everyone has value within themselves. And that's why I wanted to bring out this Matangi card, because she is a reminder that through your loneliness, through the outcast energy, through the alienation, you will always have value. And it is time to embrace that value and that power that is within yourself, and no longer have to accept the social conditionings and rules that society has implemented. It has become very unhealthy and very toxic. So through this time, if you are feeling lonely, if you are feeling alienated, if you are feeling outcasted, this is the time for you to reclaim your power and to reclaim your authenticity. It is time to become the person that you wish to become, a better version of yourself. I'm going to pull some Clo cards. And I hope you guys are enjoying these messages. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would deeply appreciate it and will give tremendous support to my channel. Give me a comment. Let me know if you're going through the same, issue as I am and everyone else. But at the end of the day, if you really love yourself and who you are, you will never feel alone. And that is the first step to having a wonderful life, to love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself, and the energy that you do put out. Not just because society has told you to work certain hours and certain days. Just value yourself, because you are worth value. You are worth energy. You are worth taking up space and doing whatever as you please. All right. I have the Cloud and I have the Storm. The Storm has definitely been coming up in my collective readings for quite a bit. Now, what I'm actually getting here is that through this process of loneliness and alienation, for a lot of you guys, you are understanding or becoming, brain, excuse me. I'm kind of getting my words jumbled here. For some of you guys, you are receiving and gaining the clarity on certain things in your life that you have let go or diminished of. You are starting to realize that there are certain things that you thought have made you happy no longer make you happy. And that is definitely okay. It is okay to change your mind. There is nothing wrong with that. And with this Cloud card, it's definitely given a bit of that alienation, but it's a positive alienation, because you are utilizing this time to understand yourself, why you feel the way you feel, why you have let yourself go in certain ways, and also how you can come back. And through that, it is required that you do take some time to be alone, to be with yourself and your energy. Excuse me, I'll take a sip of water. Now, with the Storm card, for some of you, I'm kind of picking up that with this alienation, it is kind of making you feel restless, because you are also realizing certain things about yourself that are not letting you be at ease. For some of you, I'm kind of seeing that you are coming to understand certain truths and also receiving clarity on certain issues that have realized that you have been like tricked, you have been duped, you have been believing that you had to do certain things in order to be respected and be seen a certain way. And with this Storm card, it's definitely brewing a bit of anger within you. So you want to be careful as you are going through this process and through this time, that you are not harboring all of this anger and disappointment, that you are letting it out through a healthy way. And that's when also Matangi comes in with the creative processes, speech. Learn to journal down how you're feeling, what you are thinking. If you don't feel like writing, definitely draw it out. Do something that is going to help channel that energy into something in a creative way. For some of you, it could be dance. For some of you, it could be singing. For some of you, it could be drawing, cooking, even cleaning. Even for some of you, I'm kind of picking up, it could be doing, video games, playing video games. You can do, I'm actually picking up for some of you, if you want to do like a live stream of yourself playing a game and talking about, issues, go right ahead. Like, it's I'm kind of like picking up, like, if you're playing like Among Us and you're having a live stream and you're just like, I'm going to be honest with myself, like, I've been having a hard time, but I'm learning how to cope with it and learning new things about myself and giving myself a chance to start a new life and a new path. Open up and share with people, because like Matangi said, there is a soul tribe out there for you, waiting to hear from you, waiting to accept and be in your energy and welcome you in. There are definitely people that are seeking out those who are going to help be understood and understand each other. Because right now, we are also going through a time where um, we kind of want to see things as one way, where in life, really, it's about multiple perspectives. And the thing with society is we have been constructed that, again, we need to look at certain things a certain way and certain things with a certain value. And that needs to be dropped. Pull some tarot now. Pull 3 cards. Advice for those who feel lonely. So yes, I see for some of you guys, you are making peace and understanding and forgiving yourself. And for some of you guys, you need to definitely have a new outlet or hobby that's going to help you channel this energy out of you. Let me get one more, Spirit. All right. Beautiful. So, first, I have justice. So, do not feel that your loneliness or you being alone is in vain. The universe is busy balancing out energies for you on your behalf, and you have to trust the universe in what it's doing. Now, like for me, example, I was like, I kind of had spoken to some friends about certain things, letting them know like how I really feel and certain dark secrets I was keeping. And basically what I was revealed was, either from the universe, either I continue to stay around people who don't really respect or see my power, or remove myself and find people who will respect and value my power. So here I am, Miss Outcast over here, but I am definitely in my power and I am in my truth. And I have the universe and myself to thank, because with this justice card, it is allowing the universe, the forces of nature, your ancestors, your guides, your spirits, your, angels, the Lord, to put you on the path that is rightfully good for you, that is going to align you into the right energy that you deserve to be in. Allow the universe to work for you. Allow the universe to remove the obstacles and blockages out of your way. Do not force these obstacles and blockages to be part of your life because society has told you so, because it is what it is, or life is unfair. That shit doesn't apply to me. Excuse my language, and that shouldn't apply to you. Next, I have the Two of Swords. This is definitely enhancing more on why a lot of people definitely need to be a little bit more alienated, because you need to block and protect your energy from others, from certain social aspects and conditions. Say, like right now, for some of you, if you have decided to move away from your family because of certain toxic issues, and you're asking yourself, am I doing the right thing? The answer is yes. You deserve to block off your energy and trust that you are doing the right thing for yourself. Because if you basically, at some point within your life, there is going to be a voice telling you that I cannot take this anymore. I cannot take the abuse of family members. I cannot take the abuse of this job that I'm working. I cannot take the abuse that my friends or my partner is giving. And even though I love them and they have been in my life and I cherish them very much, they are hurting me. So I am going to have to take these swords, cut them out of my life, and block my energy from being ciphered for all the wrong reasons. And with that done, I have the chariot. And this is beautiful energy for you guys to come. And this feels very, very soon, or quite soon for a lot of you. So again, if you have been feeling distant and outcasted, with this chariot card, I see that you're actually coming into your power now, and you're ready to go out into the world in your truth and in your power, and you are ready to go and attract those people that are seeking your wisdom, your love, your light, your energy, that's going to respect you, that is going to pay homage to you, that's going to understand you, that's going to appreciate what you bring and what you do. So again, you have to allow the universe to remove certain things, energies, people, social conditionings out of your way. Because if you are really telling yourself and you're speaking out to the world, I deserve better, I demand better, the universe is going to make sure that you get better. But nothing comes easy. There's going to have to be some sacrifices. And time alone is definitely a sacrifice. But with these cards here, you should not feel saddened or burdened, even though many of us do, and I too sometimes feel that way. I know that I am not alone. I know that a lot of people are going through this, and that we're not alone. We're busy finding ourselves so that we can be in our power and authority and go back into the world the way as we want to be, and not how the way the world wants to dictate how everyone else should be. I love these cards that they are here because it's a lot of mental and emotional balance. And you cannot have mental and emotional balance if you have other people around you infringing on your energy, putting you down, ignoring what you are saying or what you are doing or believing. That is just going to be a hinder to your energy. And that is unfair, especially if you are a kind person who takes consideration of others' energies and their beliefs and their likes. Everyone should deserve, again, to be treated with respect, with dignity, with integrity, no matter what position in life that they are in, or the value that other people would say or what they do. The same way that you can look up to, let's just say, a scientist, you can do it the same way with your barista. Because again, they are giving you a service that they know very well of and that they are happy to give it to you. Now, of course, some people may not enjoy it, but that is going to be for their own personal journey to go through, like you are going through yourself. But at the end of the day, this time of being alone, of being alienated and isolated, is going to benefit for you. It is going to work out for you. But you have to kind of switch that mindset around and see that this energy is working for me. This energy is not hindering me, but this energy is helping me. It is helping me understand what I have lost. This energy is helping me regain clarity in who I am and what I am again. This energy of being alone or lonely is helping me discover the person that I am or that I want to become. And you again have to trust not only yourself but the universe, because the universe is delivering you the energies that you deserve to be in and that you have pleaded and cried and demanded for. But again, it is going to take a bit of time and sacrifice, but it will be worth it. I'm pulling one final message. Okay, that's definitely a lot, Spirit. But I'm just going to go with the one that fell on the table. The Sand. What I get from this card is definitely the environment is changing. And it's going to be some time to adjust. But again, you are going to be in your power and you're going to be able to navigate through these changes. If anything, allow these changes to work out on your behalf. Do not see these environmental changes as something to hinder. Use them to your advantage to help you. If this is also something that you're familiar with, then, be the expert. Like if you are like the desert marauder or like the desert goddess and you know your way of these times, help those that need help being guided through this like alienated desert. Help those that are trying to find the oasis of understanding because you know the way. For me, I'm definitely right now in desert goddess mode because I too have been in outcast energy for a long time. So right now, this energy that I am in, very familiar with, and I'm not going to see this as a hinder, but I will see this as a blessing because through this experience of now and before, and what I'm doing right now through this video is to help guide those and understand why you're feeling alienated or lonely and how you can use that to your advantage, because power is not going to come from society, from what you do, in regards to jobs or the people that you surround yourself with. Your power is going to come within yourself because through that you are able to control your own life and your own destiny. So if again, for those of you who are just entering this desert, trust and let your intuition guide you. And for those who have already had this experience of being isolated and alienated, I ask you to please help those and guide them in ways that have helped you. And let them know again that we are not alone. We're all busy finding our voice, our path, and our authenticity so that we can become human again and become alive again. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would deeply appreciate it, and it will give tremendous support to my channel. I really, really hope that this has helped people who have been feeling alienated and isolated and lonely throughout these hard times. It's hard, but I have faith and I have belief in you that you're going to become something. You're going to become a better version of yourself. You're going to become more stronger, more true to yourself, more powerful, and you're going to be able to understand who you are, and no one is going to be able to shake that off or trying to change you. You are going to be in your right. You are going to be in your power as you deserve to be, and you're going to hone it and you're going to own it. I have faith in you. I have trust in you, and this is not going to be permanent. There is, again, times that we have to go through to see what we are becoming and become something stronger. And with that said, stay safe and have a good day.